Animal testing on zebrafish. Is it animal cruelty or not? Are scientists overusing the most commonly used animal, the zebrafish? Are the zebrafish being used to a point where they will no longer exist in this world? Are the animal rights protesters worried about something that won't happen, or are the animal rights protest, protesters right? We need to look at both sides in detail and allow our minds to remain open to the possibilities of both sides either since either could possibly be correct in their own way. The research I have done will review both sides of the story and allow them to give what they believe is the correct answer. We will hope and expect to hear from the animal rights about how the scientists have been performing animal cruelty and are getting away with it. I expect that the protesters for animal rights will also mention how they believe that if we keep using more and more zebrafish every day, then they will disappear forever. Then I expect the researchers and scientists who are performing these tests will say that they are doing it to help humankind. Researchers are getting information they feel can help those who need it the most, who need their research to survive in this world. Scientists may even state the fact that fish are not protected by the animal rights movement and have not done anything wrong. People who are about animal who care about animal testing and or animal rights will continue to read this research paper, and they may disagree with everything that is on this paper, but at least both sides will get their side of the story out. I believe that no matter what, all animals deserve their animal rights. As you walk past the animals that live on the streets, can you see they are dirty, skinny, and possibly injured? Some you can clearly see need help and need it fast. But what will you do? Nothing. You'll keep walking. This is what happens to animals that are being used for animal testing. You read something about animal testing, but don't put a second thought into it. Then at the end of the day, you feel bad because you find out the animal you didn't help no longer exists. Animal rights have been a long and hard process for animal rights protesters. This process has allowed for many animals like rabbits, monkeys, and dogs, etc. Unfortunately, fish have a catch and release policy. The policy is cruelly designed as sport. Fish are just like any other animal. They suffer such serious psychological stress that they often die of shock. Then you look at the animals in animal testing. Millions of zebrafish are being used for the many tests. Some include eye development, anatomical atlas of developing brain, genetic screenings, and cell development during gastrorotation. Because fish are not regulated in the United States, it is unsure to how many are being used for animal testing. The UK, though, does record approximately 200,000 fish are used per year. That's how many they use. Then they think the United States would use more. I can only imagine how many the United States use each year. The animal rights protesters are not happy with the treatment of the fish that are being used for animal testing. They believe that researchers are inflicting pain that is not necessary for the research. Then you get to hear from the researchers who say the research they are doing can help. Most animal testing being done uses the zebrafish because zebrafish hold the most promise than any other animals. What I mean by this is that zebrafish share 2/3 of the same genetic code as with humans. This means that if researchers were to find the genes that can help with aging, eye regeneration, and embryo development, then they can apply it to humans. You can compare this information to the theory of Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin states that similarity that exists between genetic codes of different species. This theory states that all animals are derived from another species and have developed their own needs for survival. I found that the researchers are very good at making sure they use the fish in every way they possibly can. The research has been done and could help millions of people. This is very helpful to not only people who can benefit from the research, but also those who can help to improve the medical world as well. Medical students and doctors would be able to apply the findings from this research to patients who suffer from eye degeneration and muscle degeneration. This is giving hope to people who need the medical attention to have better eyesight for longer, as well as stronger muscles. As you can see, this can affect millions of people and thousands in different ways. Unfortunately, to this information, the zebrafish has to go through testing like bright light methods to damage the zebrafish retinas. I believe that the research is being done on the zebrafish would qualify as animal cruelty. It's not right or fair to the fish. As I stated before, I believe the researchers are doing researchers. Oh, what? As I stated before, I believe what researchers are doing to the zebrafish is animal cruelty. They are injecting viruses using bright lights to damage their eyes. This leaves the fish not able to recover and dying. Yes, the research shows that zebrafish are able to regenerate their eyesight, but not to a point of having the bright light method done to them more than 2 times. Researchers are not giving the zebrafish a fighting chance when they keep doing the same tests on them over and over again. This does not allow the fish to regenerate any damage done. I believe that there needs to be an animal rights bill that regulates the amount of fish being used for animal testing. This bill should also regulate how many tests can be done on one animal in a period of time. This could possibly help to make sure that animal cruelty isn't getting done over and over in short periods of time. This is what I believe can also stop the worry towards the possible disappearance of the zebrafish. This is what I think could help both sides to have their way. In conclusion, I want to stop cruelty being done on zebrafish during testing. I understand the importance of this research, and I'm happy to see all the information that the researchers have used to help millions of people. Yet, I do not like the way the researchers are trying to get the information, so I was able to come up with a way to satisfy both animal rights protesters and researchers involved. We just need a bill or a law that states that there will be a regulation on how many fish a research lab can have at one time, as well as reducing the amount of tests done on a fish per a period of time. With the regulation on fish, we would be able to keep track on the population of not only the zebrafish, but all fish being used for research. Then, with reducing the tests done on animals per a period of time, will give the animal time to recover and have a higher chance of survival.